Oops, you caught me. Let us format this. What does that mean? What are we talking about when we're formatting? Formatting a document. This is where we're bringing that document to life. We're creating a new presentation of what the document is going to look like. How, Alvin, how? Font style, font size, bold, italic, underline. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's get to it.
Okay, like I said, let's bring the document to life. So let's go home. Home? What am I talking about? Well, if you look at my cursor, you would see that we're now in our Home tab. If I double click it, it then hides what we call a ribbon. So that is known as the Home ribbon. I'm going to double click it to bring it back. We're going to focus on this section, the font group. The font group has various tools that we can use to bring our information alive. Starting with font or your font styles. Pick a new font for your text. So let's look at this. I've got Arial. Now if I want to format this, I'm going to have to select the actual text. So because it's just one word, I'm going to go in the middle of the text and double click. And as you can see, it selects it or highlights it. I can then go to the drop down arrow and then choose Arial. So there you go. So let's say your assignment requires you to have the font style Arial. This is how you're going to do it. What about Century Gothic? These are two words. Now I can't double click each one. So I'm going to go towards the left hand side of the text so that my mouse points towards the text, as you can see on the screen right now, and I click once and it selects the entire line. Notice how this little toolbar is popping up. This is a mini toolbar to also help you with what you're seeing on the top there already. So I can go either there or to the mini toolbar and choose Century Gothic. What about Dante? I'm going to double click the drop down arrow, and as you can see, I can go alphabetically. So there's various fonts that I can actually utilize. So I'm going to go to Dante so that it can apply that actual font style. Tahoma. If I click on the drop down arrow, let's say this time I want to type it in. So I can say T-A-H. It's already typing it out for me. And I can go enter. And there we go. What about Chiller? Let's double click it, choose Chiller, C-H, and there we go on the bottom. Happy Halloween! So this is how we change our various fonts. What about the font size? What if we want it bigger or smaller? Let's double click 12. Let's make the font size 12. I can go here, click on the drop down arrow and choose 12. Okay, that didn't show massively. Let's choose 8. Double click and let's select 8. And as you can see, it's gotten much smaller than the original 11. We can select 22, but this time I'm going to do something different. If you look at the two A's after the 11, the first one is to increase font size. Second, decrease font size. So this is another quicker way to increase the font size. So I'm going to click, 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 click till 22. So then I have my font size 22 by just clicking on the A. What about 48? I can select it and I can do the same. Oops, too far. Let's make it smaller. And there we go. Let's choose 9. Click on the drop down, 9. And that is how we change our font size. Let us look at changing our sentence case. Sometimes the sentence is not in the case that we want. So sometimes it's uppercase and we don't want uppercase. We want a proper sentence case, or we've got lowercase and we don't want it lowercase. We want it into uppercase. So we got variations. So let's say we've got sentence case here and we want it in proper sentence case, because if you look at the words, it's not even typed in a correct manner. So if I select it, the next section where you got the capital letter A, small letter a says change case. Change the selected text to upper, lower, and other common capitalization. I'm going to click on the drop down arrow and say sentence case. Sentence case is the one that we generally use, where the first letter of the sentence is in capital letters. Let's choose lowercase. And we click on the drop down arrow, lowercase, and puts everything in lowercase. Uppercase. What about capitalize each word? I like this for headings, which is capitalize each word. And as you can see, each letter of each word is actually in a capital letter format. Toggle case for you wild people. Definitely not for class, but when you're acting crazy, like when you're going into the chiller mode, there you go. Toggle case. And then let's get even more crazier here. Let's make our information bold, highlighted, so we can actually see it more visibly. This is lovely for headings. Let's choose italic. Now, italic isn't a font style, and a lot of people, when they look at it, the first thing they want to do is go here where we got Calibri as our default. Italic is the I here, and all it does is slants the information. This is nice when we are quoting information from somewhere. Underline. We want to underline. So put your rulers away. Don't underline with your pen. Whereas we have now underlined. And there we go. Now we can format. Let's highlight, change case, capitalize each word. Let's make format uppercase. And let's change the format to Arial. Looks good. And let's make it bold and underline it. Also, what we could do is make all the information bigger, so the font bigger. 16, 18, 20. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm excited. It's looking good, looking good.
Okay, perfect job. All in a day's work. See you soon.